My name is Yash Kevalkar from MIT Academy of Engineering from School of Electronics and Telecommunication Department. Today's my topic of video making is Bjt as a Switch from Electronics Circuit and Application. Bipolar junction transistor means BJT as a switch. Bipolar junction transistor can be used as an amplifier, filter, rectifier, oscillator, or even as a switch. The transistor will operate as an amplifier or other linear circuit. If the transistor is biased into the linear region, the transistor can be used as a switch. If biased in a saturation or cutoff region, this allows current to flow in other part of circuit. Because a transistor collector current is proportionally limited by its base current, it can be used as a sort of a current control switch. A relatively small flow of electrons sent through the base of a transistor has the ability to exert the control over a much larger flow of electrons through the collector. Using a BJT as a switch with an example. Suppose we have a lamp that we want to turn on and off with a switch. Such a circuit would be extremely simple as in figure below A. For the sake of illustration, let's insert a transistor in a place of a switch to show how it can control the flow of current through the lamp. Remember that the control current through a transistor must go between the collector and emitter. Here is the collector and here is the emitter. Since it is the current through the lamp that we want to control, we must position the collector and emitter of a transistor where the two contacts of a switch were. We must also make sure that the lamp current will flow in direction of emitter arrow symbol to ensure the transistor junction bias with a correct as in figure below. Here is the B figure using NPN transistor, and in PNP transistor could also have been chosen for the job. Its application is shown in a figure above C. Note that the battery terminal voltage have been flipped from B to C to support the replacement of the NPN transistor with PNP transistor. The choice between NPN and PNP is really arbitrary. All that matters is that the proper current direction are mentioned. For sake of correct junction biasing, current flow going with transistor symbol arrow. In the above figures, which we shows, the base of the either BJT is not connected to a suitable voltage and no current is flowing through the base. Consequently, the transistor cannot turn on. Perhaps the simplest thing to do would be to connect a switch between the base and collector wires of the transistor as in figure A below. Cutoff versus saturated as a transistor. If a switch is open as in figure A, here we see the figure A, if the switch is open, the base wire of the transistor will left floating, not connected to anything, and there will be no current through it. In this state, the transistor is said to be cut off. If the switch is closed as in the figure B, you can see here the switch is closed. Current will be able to flow from the base to the emitter of a transistor through the switch. The base current will enable much large current flow from the collector to the emitter. Thus, the lighting up the lamp in this state of a maximum circuit current, the transistor is said to be saturated. Of course, it may seem pointless to use a transistor in the capacity to control the lamp. A regular switch can provide the function instead of a transistor. Thank you.